Alright, YouTubers, when I first got this RV, I had a leak up here. So I caulked it, and every couple of years I clean it up and caulk it. I'm going to do that again. Over here too, on this side. I haven't ever had a leak there, but we'll do it there. I'm going to do a little bit different this time, so let me clean it up. Okay, so what I normally do is I normally scrape all this stuff out, but this time I'm going to do a little bit different. But I'm going to take this, I'm going to try to clean like that area up a little bit better. I made a bit of a mess last time, so let me get it cleaned up. Alright, I taped off some paper up there. I'm going to spray in there with Flex Seal. The stuff that's up there already is turned colors, but it's still soft and pliable like it's supposed to be. But I'm going to give it a second coating with this stuff, so let's see. And of course it's windier than I want it to be. Alright, sprayed it in there. Makes a bit of a more mess than I expected, but I think we got it. When I dry, I did a couple coats. Alright, we got this. Got some plastic over it. Paper up there, and we're going to spray that as well. Plastic taught me that this makes a mess, so I didn't have to worry about the mess's bed. But there we go. Here we go, it's in there. I'm going to give it a couple hours to dry, and then I'll take this stuff all off the RV. We're getting it off. Rain's coming though. Alright, we did that. And here's a quick little project. It's dark in here. This is where my TV goes. And I bought a new TV that the stand is different and longer. So I added this. And all I did is I put 3 screws down from the top like this. And it's plenty strong. And then I just put some duct tape around the corner where I cut it to fit, because I didn't want any loose edges to get caught and to start splintering. But it's going to work great. TV's base, it has 2 feet instead of 1 center post. It's going to sit on there and it's not going to fall over and be good to go. This was coming loose at the bottom, or I would catch it a lot, so I just put a piece of duct tape on it. Doesn't look pretty, but now my TV here, and I can use this for my laptop or for eating. DVD player can go underneath. Alright, there was another quick and easy project. Have a great, wonderful day. There's duct tape, now Velcro. Quick little thing. My awning doesn't always close all the way, so I've been using this piece of Velcro strip. It's getting pretty old, losing some of its strength, so I got this one. I'm going to try it. Alright, there we go. I'm going to clean that. I'm going to clean the whole RV. It's been raining all day. I got another old piece here. Try this one too. So basically I recommend these for anyone who has an awning, an old style like this. You might never need it, but it would be really terrible if the wind caught that while you're driving down the road. Here's the other one. Alright, that's the hose. That's the flex hose thing going around the RV. And we're going to hook this up in there. And this is going to be flushing and cleaning the RV water lines. I was going to take the cap off, and we're just going to run water straight through it. I'll put this rip sheet on it because I want to watch it to see if there's any gunk coming out of there. There shouldn't be. I'm going to put the cap back on and let it fill up. It's alright, we got some in there. We're going to let it out. Not really seeing anything come out now. But that's a good way to test to see if you got any junk inside it. Okay. Let it fill up some more. Okay, we're gonna let some more water out. There's no good coming out of it. I'm gonna go shut the water off. All right, that's the end of the hose. That's vinegar. And that's how I'm gonna clean out the tank. Some people use bleach. I use vinegar even though I don't drink out of the holding tank. I use it just to shower sometimes and do dishes. So I'm gonna pour vinegar into the hose to get it into the RV. This will take a while. Not enough to stand up and do it to get it to go in, but you get the idea. So how much do you put in of vinegar? That's about 2/3 of a gallon, I'd say. I don't know how much you're supposed to use. That's what I'm using. And now I'll use the water pressure to push it into the holding tank and run it through the lines. Right, you can hear it going in there. You can hear it going in the holding tank. And once it gets to about a third of a tank, where it's starting to blink there, that's enough. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna turn the pump on. There we go. And check the lines down below. Okay, everything's dry. Run it through there. Clean the lines through here. In the bathroom sink. Yep, I can smell the vinegar. That run to for a bit and do the toilet. See, it's still got antifreeze in it, so that's a good sign. That means my seal doesn't leak. All right, I'm hoping that I ran all the water out already, so I'm gonna turn this to city where it's passed through and make sure that everything's still good. Okay, it's coming through there. We'll clean the lines out. All right, again, this is on city. It's running fine. Get that line good. Whew. I was wondering for a second. I guess I didn't have that tank fill as far as I thought because it ran out pretty quick. Okay, let's hope the toilet's good. Nobody wants to see in the toilet again. There we go. I was worried for a second. I thought I might have a problem with the line. And the RV antifreeze is biodegradable. So I'm gonna dump the tank as well. And because there's nothing in it, I cleaned it out before. Just gonna dump out the RV antifreeze. All right, that's enough of that. But I'm gonna run more water through this place. The main thing I'm doing is I'm checking my lines, make sure I got no leaks, and I'm good. Check what I can see, listen to what I can hear. But I'm gonna run a bunch more water into this. All right, there's my water tank, and the pump is on the other side of there, and there's my furnace. And I always take that out in the spring and make sure I don't have any leaks while this is running, so we're good to go. All right, I've been letting it run for a while. My tanks aren't filling up yet. And then gray water, they're both showing as empty. I keep letting water run in it to make sure my sensor's working on it. All right, I can hear that water going into my gray tank, so that's a good sign. There's no leaking going on anywhere, so that's another good sign. Now I'm filling the tank up again under there. There's my fresh water tank. So this is not made for the winter because that will freeze up. If you get an RV where they got it inside, then you might not freeze up. And that gross looking yellow stuff, that's just foam and the protective coating over it. I should spray some rubber stuff on it, but that's just flaking off, so it's not rust or anything bad. Again, a freshwater tank. I'm gonna put some water down the shower drain because I put a RV antifreeze down there. I'm gonna put a little bit of water down there. I'm gonna try to make sure if my gauges are working. I got a feeling my gray water gauge might not be working for the fill. The black's working. All right, so the sinks all seem to be fine. I can't sense any water dripping. Oh, this makes a mess a lot of times. I gotta get a rag and dry that up. My black water gauge is working. My fresh tank gauge is working, but it doesn't appear my gray water's working. That's not good. There's gotta be a lot of water in there. I'm gonna drain the fresh tank out there instead of running it all through here. All right, we're filling up the hot water tank. I don't think I've used it much recently, so hopefully it still works. All right, the hot water heater turned on. All right, yeah, I can feel it getting hot. Now I do want to say that I think I want to get one of those tankless water heaters. Might replace it one of these days. I just would have to decide if I want it just to be electric or both electric and propane. We'll see. And I think they make them that fit in the same compartment. All right. So this is not telling me anything other than the black tank is 3/4 full. It's not telling me anything about the gray tank. But if you look here, there's water in there. And there's water on my floor. So guess what? It's full. We're gonna empty it. So yay, my gray tank indicator doesn't work. Open up the black tank. Oh shit. You gotta take the cap off, Dan. Try that again. Okay. Lucky that's not dirty. Gray tank. And again, there's nothing gross in there. Just some biodegradable antifreeze. So as spring comes around, you want to make sure that your water systems, both fresh and dirty water, are all working well. So this was the unglamorous side of RVing. We're empty. Close the black. Close the gray. Put the cap back on. Alright, we got just over 1/4 tank. I'm going to try to run the Jenny. Here we go. I ran it for a bit, shut it off, and then restarted it from inside the RV. Both my switches work. Let it run for 5 or 10 minutes. You should let it run longer, but I'm going to let it run for a few. Purring like a kitten. I let it run about a half an hour, and you should do these tests every month or two. It's running nice and smooth. I'm gonna try to put a load on it with the AC. If you don't have an RV generator, that change is perfectly normal. That's a good way to check the AC and the generator. Starting to get some drizzles here. I gotta finish this up. All right, I'm gonna turn the AC off. You'll hear the sound change when you put a load on and take a load off a generator. That's how it goes. All right, it ran pretty nicely. I think that might be all of it. I'm gonna try to piece this together on a little project day for the RV. I had a couple other things I'll do, but I'll add them to something else. So I hope you enjoyed the little things you do before you get ready for a trip. Have a great and wonderful day.